This 911 991.1 is about to hit 40,000 miles. The big item on the maintenance checklist is to replace the spark plugs. My local Porsche dealer wants roughly $1,000 for just the spark plug replacement and $3,200 for the full service. I'm going to show you how to replace the spark plugs and make it easy so you can do it. The rest of the service is simple, so I won't go over the other items in this video to save you time. Let's go. Here are the minimum tools you'll need: a torque wrench, a 5/8 or 16 millimeter spark plug socket magnetized so the plug will come right out, a universal joint socket adapter, it will help you around those tough spots, 10 millimeter socket, a T30 start bit socket,
T30,
3-inch extension, an 18-inch extension, and a 1/2 inch 3/8 adapter because most of my sockets are 3/8. And my torque wrench is 1/2 inch. That's all you need, plus the equipment to jack up the car, obviously. Now that I showed you the minimum, there are 3 nice-to-haves: a 3/8 drive ratchet, a flathead screwdriver, and a 3/8 automatic wrench. I have an air compressor, so mine is air-driven, but again, these are luxuries and not necessities. It's time to get the passenger side off the ground. I've found the passenger side to be more difficult than the driver's side just because the spark plug location towards the back of the car is tucked away, but you can still get to it without taking your car apart. First, I'm going to put a block on the opposite side. You see, the 911 is stiff, and the side you're jacking up, both wheels will come off the ground. Please don't jack up by your oil pan. That's just not right. I'll show you a better angle, right at the axle. Personally, when I jack up a car, I like some redundancy, so I'm getting my jack stand ready. Right there is my target and is the Porsche jack point. Lower this down a bit. If the jack fails, the stand will get it. And if the stand slips out, the jack will get it. You might think I'm paranoid, but better safe than sorry. See, I jacked up the car and the front driver's side wheel is off the ground. Okay, tire's coming off. I take the top bolt off first, and I like to use this wheel hanger alignment pin guide so the tire doesn't just fall off, and it makes it easier to put the tire back on. Feel free to fat shame my tire. I'm okay with that. There are 2 heat shields. All you need to do is take off the upper one. There are 2 bolts only, and an 8 millimeter socket will do the trick. This is where the extension comes in. There you go, loosened it and did the rest by hand. Here's the other one. It's a little tucked away. This is where I change out the tip to a universal joint socket adapter and add the extension. broke it loose. To avoid ratcheting back and forth, I cheated and used my 3/8 air ratchet tool. Success. Now the heat shield is ready to come out. This is also in there tight. However, the technique, now pay attention, move the shield up and move the bottom out first, and I'll just feed it through a space between the exhaust. Now here's the coil for the spark plug. Here's the other, and the last one right there. This one towards the booty of the car is the most difficult. Here's a great view of what's getting in the way, but no problem, we're not taking anything apart to get to it. This little guy is a new tool for me. It was $29, and with this job, it made things easier. We're going to take this bolt off with this T30, and we'll just do it all 3 in a row. Time is money, let's get it done. One thing about this little air tool, it doesn't have much torque, but once things are loose, it does the rest. I'll hand loosen all 3 bolts. And now for the one that's hidden in the back. It's hard to see, but I did loosen it and now changed out to my little ratchet air tool. And the next coil, and the last one. I'm going to take out this coil first. There is a fastener on the top clipped on. You push the very top and push up for the fastener to come off, and just pull the coil out. It's on tight, but not bad. Now the spark plug is fully exposed. I like to take the coil off and do the spark plug one at a time. This way, less chance of anything getting in the shaft where the spark plug is. Taking this out, I used a spark plug socket. The nice thing is that this one has a magnet to hold on to the spark plug once it's loose, making it easy to bring out. I've seen some with a rubber grommet, but go with the magnet. It's much better. You'll need the 3-inch extension for the spark plug socket to reach in. Each spark plug was a bit fused in because they've been in there so long, dealing with the heat through the years and all. I pulled out the big gun, the 1/2-inch torque wrench for more leverage. Set this up for counterclockwise to loosen the spark plug. Got my universal joint socket adapter. Broke it loose with little problem. You can hear the spark plug is still a bit fused in there. My little air ratchet is fighting it, but the spark plug gives in. Let's take a look at a 40,000-mile spark plug in a Porsche 911 991.1. The head looks good, but you can see the threads have some rust. I purchased these original spark plugs from Pelican Parts. You have to make sure this goes straight in. You want to make sure the threads catch correctly. I'll go as far as I can with my air tool and then torque this down to 22 foot-pounds. I saw online people did 24, some did 21. I figure 22 is a good halfway point. First one done and torque down. Now just put the spark plug coil back, aligning the hole and the fastener facing up. Push down firmly and take the fastener and clip it on. You will know it's on because you'll hear a click. That one was easy, but now let's do the next, which they get harder because of the tight space. I push the top latch of the fastener, and while I'm doing this, I use a screwdriver to push up on the fastener. And now I can pull the coil out. Now, back with the spark plug. I think it's good to watch every plug extraction because you can see the best location to put the socket for removing each spark plug. With this one, I bring it under. I was able to loosen it and then take the smaller air tool to do the rest. Again, this tool isn't necessary, but you can see how easy this made things with no knuckle nicks. Here you go. Angle this so it's going in straight in. Torque to 22 pounds again. A nice little trick is if you're not sure or want to verify that the spark plug is in good, nice and straight, is you can take a picture with your cell phone. It's a nice sanity check. Here's a better look at this plug. Put the coil in and the electrical connector clipped on. Now the hard one. It's easy to get the coil out, but the electrical connector fastener is a bit tricky because it's a tight fit. I found to press the top and have a flathead screwdriver push on the fastener housing and it comes right off. It's just too difficult to press the top latch and pull at the same time. There's not enough room. With some effort, but not much, mine came off, and now taking out the coil. Check out how tucked away this is. However, once the electrical connector fastener is off, it wasn't bad getting to the spark plug with the mentioned extensions. I was able to go underneath and start loosening things up. This back one was also pretty seized, but I just kept working it and it finally broke free and I put my little tool to work. This was rusted more than others. Go figure, the hardest one to get to. Once that plug was out, I was able to easily position for the new plug thanks to the universal joint socket adapter. I'm giving you all types of good camera angles, never to be seen. Torque it. Putting the last coil in and clip the fastener on. Sorry you can't see more, but just not enough space for the camera and my hands. Change this socket out and put the T30 back to secure the coils. Put the heat shield through the exhaust area and push the top up and put behind the other heat shield. And the second bolt, which is also tucked away. Tighten both by hand, firmly, not too tight. I'll put the tire on real quick and then I'll show you a quick trick for the driver's side that will make it even easier than the passengers. By the way, don't forget to torque your lug nuts. I'm doing to 118 foot-pounds. Here is the driver's side, here is the heat shield, and here are the two bolts securing it on. The rear plugs are the easiest to get to, but the plug closest to the front is here behind the bracket. To move this bracket, you just have to take this out, this one bolt, and you can move this to the side for plenty of room. This side is much easier to do than the passenger side, but undoing that one bolt will make things very easy for this plug closest to the front. Now that we're done, time for a test drive. That's a good sign it started right up. Seems good, but you never know until you really get on it. So throaty. I hear some popcorn. Nice test drive, and it's running great. And to think, this saved me thousands of dollars over the entire service. If there's something you still need help with on this service, let me know. I hope this helps and saves you. Support the channel by giving me a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Now I'm done and I'm putting her to bed.